Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Q working with something happened, moving into soul messages, body messages, the Akashic records, the cat down the street. Any of those would be fine. And then the summation of that is that it would be automatic writing. So we've got this one piece, and I can't remember even reading it. Again, I always talk about how I process these kind of soul messages or the Akashic records, and I'm the typist. Anyway, all right, so we're going to get started now. It's okay to fly, you know? In the waters, the blue skies overwhelm the senses. Reflective nature of blue onto blue. Every morning, this one swims and watches the clouds pass by. Cloud formations present, then dissipate, then form another face. Lights flicker again, how usual. This traveler, I find pleasure in the space of observational presence. As a steward to the pool, I clear the water of naturalness and such. Yesterday, while scanning the water, there was a bumblebee in the water. Yes, indeed, there was a struggle for this mighty winged one. Together, the bee and me were one. Every time I attempted to lift the bee out of the water, the bee would flow away and out of my own hands. Several attempts, the bee and me continued to break free. Oh my goodness. Finally, the bee was on the water's edge. How wonderful it was to observe this bee coming back on solid ground. I could imagine how the bee was resetting its own central nervous system. Relax. I am safe. It's okay. I am back on solid ground. As this bee continued to come back into its own nature, I watched the quickening of letting go of the prior struggle. Just as all of us are connected in ways that astound even my own senses, I feel the love of all sentient beings. I found myself saying out loud, "You're okay, fly. You're okay, fly. You're okay, fly. You're you're you can fly." And it did. With little to no fanfare, this bumblebee and me shared a moment of what it means to save another. From big to small measures, notice how you relate to the struggle of so many here now. How can you lend a hand? How can you help? How can some stand by and witness struggles of others and not care? This traveler, I, have been an observer for a number of years. What I have learned most about this journey is the love. It's all around. In this moment of now, I invoke the light of love to shower radiance as an overlay onto the consciousness of this now. Helping one another, loving one another, and begin with you. It begins with you. How beautiful this moment to share the holy presence with you. I open my heart to this moment and let the light of love shine through. Peace. Super cute. I don't know. It's just fun. It's just fun for me to kind of be a writer or I'm a typist. I'm both, I'm a writer and a typist, right? And so I just really acknowledge the beauty and the majesty of how we can help one another. The story was about a bee that was in the water. I think it was in a swimming pool, and I kept trying to assist it, but it kept kind of moving away, and then it was kind of elusive, and then all of a sudden, it all kind of worked out, So these opportunities of having a better way of looking at life, or how we're processing, like what can we do to do something a little bit different or something a little bit better. What can I do better? What's the next thing for me? What else do I need to know about the bumblebee? What was that about? And whenever I'm in a swimming pool, I just love seeing if I can save some of the little critters, the little bugs. I'm always in there hoping that I could save one or two or three different little teeny tiny beings. And I think the more that we can do that, the little tiny beings going into the bigger beings, is that we just know that we have the capacity to help one another. And it's super easy. It's super easy breezy. And the more that we do that, I just feel that beautiful breath of, it's like, let's get together. Let's get together and have a better experience. And let's just see what it would feel like. What would it be like if we were connected with other people and helping one another? What would that feel like? For me, I remember back in Houston, I was doing Diksha and Oneness Blessings, and I did it for, I don't know, for maybe 8 months, but I would go every Wednesday night, and it would be almost like 2 hours with Diksha. And I just loved being of service, I just loved, and people would be sitting and waiting to go to get their offering of Diksha or Oneness Blessing. And I just acknowledged that was a gift to me. The people would come in, and when a person has already gone away, if they've already had their Diksha, then I'll get back into more of a meditative state. And then all of a sudden I can feel the presence of somebody else. And there's no speaking at all, and that's been a really wonderful gift, and even on Sundays back in Houston, I was doing it upstairs at the church, doing the Diksha and Oneness Blessings, and just having fun. It was so freaking fun. So sometimes when we're looking at there's something I need to do, but I don't know how to do it, or I don't want to get too involved with other people, but you can just do simple, easy breezy hacks, send a quiet blessing to another person. Sometimes when we're driving and the people like driving so fast or whatever, or maybe they're like cutting me off or something. I just, my whole thing is just so crazy. But whenever people like kind of cray with driving, I think that there's like a pregnant woman in the back seat that's getting ready to have a baby. So I always kind of bless everything and just know that something else is conspiring for them, and I don't need to know what it is, but I just give them space to do what they need to do. So all of these experiences with the automatic writing it's been fun. I mean, you talk about like what is fun. Well, fun for me is sitting down at the keyboard and seeing what I can get, or looking at some of my other material and just see what that feels like for me. And it's different when I'm writing, but when I'm speaking it, the vibration, I think the vibration goes higher in a way when I speak it and vocalize it with these videos or podcasts. And then but it's so freaking fun. But I also believe too, when I start doing the automatic writing pieces, I feel like I'm infused with some sort of experience of light, so that light is coming through. Because like you could say I used to write stories when I was a kid, and I was all into fairy tales and all that. I loved fairy tales, when I was a kid. But I think when I first started doing it, I felt like when I was on the keyboard that I could feel that there was light there. There was light there because it wasn't me. It was like another kind of energy that was supporting me to put out some different words and phrases and miracles. A lot of these things are miracles. I also look at it too as activations or transmissions, and it's really depending on how you look at life and how you kind of process what's best for you. So I think that's it for now. This was fun and cheeky, and I love it, and I love that little bumblebee was saved, and I just love experiencing more goodness in my field, more miracles in my life, having better relationships with our family, our friends, better relationships with our body. I mean, golly, look at the divine juiciness that you are, that divine presence, that sovereign self is just boom, man. It's just like, yeah, let's go do this. Let's heal the body. Let's start working with that. And then also going into just kind of the awareness of What is abundance? What are miracles? What is gratitude? And all of these other ways that we look at it. And I just really appreciate whoever's listening to my videos. It's super fun. I really enjoy it, and I'm really proud that I'm actually doing this work, and I continue to persevere and get more guidance. And a lot of the guidance sometimes can come in really fast. So we'll see you soon. Namaste. Have a great day.